So, I finished off the handle. I mean, it still needs maybe a final spit and polish, but it's comfortable. It's a big handle, they're blocky, but this is based, you've got to remember, on the original Martindale number 2, and that had a pretty blocky and ungraceful handle too. This one is full tang, whereas that one's partial tang. Their one's beech wood. Mine is Mikada and G10, but so my handle maybe slightly enlarged over theirs, but proportions of the blade are very, very similar, and that's what this is based on. Again, I've tidied it up, but haven't put the final spit and polish on it. The grind I'm doing on this is a convex grind. So a normal grind is extremely straight. I usually do anyway. Well, you might have a micro bevel, but ignoring that, it's a very straight edge. What I'm doing with this is a convex. So I'm changing it so that there is a slight curve on the blade. So this here is making a slight curve. And what that does is it leaves more meat behind the edge. This is designed for chopping into wood, heavy stuff, so having more meat behind there makes it a bit stronger. It'll still be sharp, but the geometry will change, so it won't be quite as potentially fragile. It's just a different way of doing it. It's a lot more fussy too. Each part of the blade, I need to make sure it gets a full curve, move it along, full curve, move it along, full curve, move it along. You know, takes a lot more time. Once I've got the initial edge set, it'll be still fairly quick, but a lot longer than a normal straight edge. But it'll make it stronger. So, and the geometry slightly different. It should still cut really well. It'll slice, slice tomatoes, dice onions, all that kind of stuff, but it'll also be able to handle hacking into wood. I'm not sure how it's going to go against Australian hardwood. Australian hardwood is some of the hardest woods in the world. It makes desert ironwood seem soft, a lot of it. I've used some of it before for knife handles. Cooktown ironwood, I think it was, or something like that. And man, it seriously broke the teeth on my saw when I was cutting it. I think it's kind of on a par with lignum vitae. It's that hard. So that's what we're up to now. Still a few marks on this. I've still got to, give it a final spit and polish. But up to the sharpening stage now. So I will continue to just sharpen it, and I'll bring it back once it's at the level of sharpness that I want, and show you guys what it can do on soft materials. Maybe a little bit of hardwood, make sure it doesn't explode when the guy who's getting it does the first chop. But essentially I'm going to get it razor sharp now. It'll take a wee while, probably the rest of the month because of time constraints and whatever. But like I said, it's got another 11 days. Hope to get this done by the end of October. Well on the way now. So sharpened up, and then give it a final clean up, a final bit of a polish, and then send it on its way. Yeah. So anyway, that's the Dawn Forge here in the afternoon. That's what we're up to now, is getting a convex grind on the Golok. Cheers.